you see, a lot of these more sustainable fuel alternatives come from places just like this.
But, dude, where's the oil derricks?
That's the thing. Ethanol is an alcohol-based fuel made from corn. It's already blended into a lot of the fuels that you buy today. And along with ethanol coming from corn, a lot of your biodiesel products come from vegetable oils that can be made from anything you can grow right in this field.
Wow, no ugly oil derricks. That's sick. Wait, dude, so you mean to tell me that your engine runs on corn?
Well, not exactly. This guy doesn't really belong in there. But ethanol fuel is sourced from corn.
When you fill up your car, you're paying for fuel that pollutes the air and corrupts our atmosphere. It's really bad for the environment, and this is why you should use biofuels like E85 and biodiesel.
Oh, I never thought of it that way.
Gee whiz.
Ethanol fuel and biodiesel may be one of the most important advancements in combating climate change. Ethanol fuel and biodiesel burn way cleaner than standard gasoline, and we don't have to rely on foreign oil being imported into this country in order to produce it. It can be produced from stuff we can grow right here in our own country. Corn, soybeans, they can all be used to create biodiesel. Traditional gasoline and diesel come from crude oil, which has a lot of major problems. First, it's a limited resource. We're burning through it very quickly, and we're not going to have enough for the future. Second, oil extraction and refining causes pollution, harming our air, water, and all of our climate. And third, a lot of our oil, and the vast majority of our oil, is imported to this country. So we're paying other countries to harm the quality of our environment. Ethanol is already being used in small part in a lot of the gasoline that you use today. However, as newer cars are being designed with better fuel systems, they can handle higher concentrations of ethanol. So E85 fuel is a much more efficient and cleaner burning fuel that a lot of new cars are going to be able to use. Using ethanol fuel has countless benefits. First, you're allowed to the HOV lane. So whenever you're trying to get somewhere quick, you have that advantage. And corn is the most produced crop in America. And you might think, well, yeah, a lot of that is used for food or animal feed. So wouldn't ethanol production take away from that? No. Ethanol is produced mainly from the unedible parts of corn. So you're not really losing anything valuable.
So, the reason that biodiesel and ethanol-based fuels are so much better for the environment is firstly the fact that they use existing infrastructure. There's no need to build new charging stations. You can just use existing gas stations and change out the fuel that they're pumping to biodiesel and E85. And along with that, most existing cars can run on that with slight tweaks to the fuel system and engine. Also, biodiesel and ethanol are far cheaper than electric because you don't have to build batteries and you just have to harvest corn, man. It's cool. E85 is really energy efficient as it produces 24 kilowatts of electricity per gallon.
So in conclusion, biofuels are simply a better green investment than other technologies.
Yeah, you can use E85 in existing cars and you can make more horsepower so you'll be double clutching and not granny shifting.
So consumers don't need to buy expensive new EVs or hydrogen vehicles. They can just use their existing cars or cars that they're already familiar with.
Radical. So, biofuels also reduce our reliance on foreign oil, and it also supports local farmers in the United States because we're family.
And unlike technology like solar or wind, it doesn't rely on any environmental factors. This fuel can be stored and used whenever necessary.
Biofuel, more like bio cool.